What's up, YouTube? Before I even get started in this video, I'm gonna tell you about the lip color because everybody asks and I never answer because I always forget, but I pulled everything out. So let me just get through that really quick. To line my lips, I use Wet n Wild. You guys know I'm cheap. I use this pencil and this is in Berry Red, number 717. I hope y'all can see that. That's what I use to line my lips. And then for the actual color, I use this is also Wet n Wild. Stuff has rubbed off, but you know those matte lipsticks, those awesome round matte lipsticks, and this is in number 965, Cherry Picking. And I also, because I mixed them, I mixed it, and that's what that looks like. Okay, I mixed it with this very vampy purple, and you can see I've been mixing it a lot with different colors because I'm not just gonna wear this vampy purple. And this is in number 919B. There's no name on this, but I'm pretty sure it does have a name, but that's it right there, and that's what's on my lips. So anyway, finally I'm doing this because this has been I get so many questions on my job. You guys know I'm a flight attendant. I get questions on my Facebook page, on my Instagram. I always get questions because I post pictures of myself in my uniform on my Instagram, so people are gonna ask. So this is gonna be done in like a two-part series, and this is gonna be part one, and I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity to ask questions that I didn't answer in this video in the comment section, and then I will do a part two. So this is just gonna be like the frequently asked questions. These are not all the questions because there's a ton of questions, but I pulled, I believe I got like 8 questions that I pulled out that I'm going to answer. And if you see me looking down, it's because I wrote them down to keep myself organized. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. Number one frequently asked question is, where do you work and how long have you been a flight attendant? I can't tell you, it's not that I can't, I will not tell you where I work, just for security reasons for myself and whatnot. And if you already do know where I work, I would appreciate it if you didn't put that in the comment section, or if you didn't go around telling people, because I will block, ban, and delete your ass. Just plain and simple, please. Just I share a lot of myself on here, but there's certain things that I would rather keep private, and where I work is one of them, and I think a lot of you can understand it. And if you can't, then we ain't got to be here. How long have you been a flight attendant? I have been a flight attendant for over 6 years now. 6 short years. It goes by really fast. I didn't anticipate being here at the company this long. Flight attendant is not something that I wanted to do. It's not something that I dreamed about like some people think. Though I'm very appreciative that I have my job and that I have seen a very good percentage of the world, the grass is not always green on the other side. Like, it might seem glamorous to people that are not in it, but when you're in it and you know what I'm talking about, then it's not all it's cut out to be, and that'll be a whole separate video, okay? So there. Okay, question number 2. How, and this is because people ask me, how do they become a flight attendant? How do I become a flight attendant? Weight and height restrictions and age limitations. How do you become a flight attendant? You apply. You go on to specific, I forgot to say, I work for one airline. I can't speak for all airlines. I just can't. Every airline has their own rules, and they do their thing their own way. Some things are the same, a lot of things are different. So I can only speak for myself. So I can't answer every single question about every single airline because I don't work for every airline, and it's not all the same. But anyway, how do you become a flight attendant? Basically, you apply. You go onto the website, the different airline website, i.e. American, United, Delta, whatever, and you see in little careers, you see if they're hiring for flight attendants, and you apply. You basically submit your resume, and they'll get back to you if they want to or not, depending on what kind of a person you are. They're just looking for a well-rounded person, basically. So, some customer service background. You don't need, someone asked me if she needed like a degree in aviation or something like that, and I was like, no, you don't need a degree to be in this career field. It's not going to help you, and it's not going to hinder you, but you don't need it. So just apply. I mean, put yourself out there, apply, go interview and whatnot. And if you guys want more information on the interview process, leave it in the comment section. But weight and height requirements. For my airline, no, there's no weight and height requirements. And I believe that for most airlines, there isn't anymore. But with that being said, you have to be able to perform the duties that you're supposed to perform at your job. So if you're a little tiny person and you can't close the bins, that's going to be a problem. Also, if you're a little tiny person and you can't reach the door to close it, that's going to be a problem. So you kind of, you see what I'm saying? Like, they can't tell you, oh, you're too short, or you're too heavy, or you're too this, because that's called discrimination, and we all know that. But you have to be able to perform the duties. You have to be able to get through training without struggling, basically. So, you know, without saying much, you know what I'm saying, y'all. As far as age limitations, none that I am aware of. We have, at my company, we have flight attendants, and we range from like, you have to be 21. Number one, you have to be 21, because some airlines, you serve alcohol, so you have to be 21 to be able to serve alcohol. So we have flight attendants from 21 all the way to, I want to say 65, 70. So not really an age limitation. So don't let, if you feel like you're too old, don't let that stop you. And as long as you're over 21, you're good to go to apply. Training. How difficult is training? Like I said, all airlines are different. My training was not difficult. I thought it was pretty simple. It's a lot of book work, a lot of paper knowledge, a lot of security stuff that you have to memorize, that you have to learn. You got to test. You know, in my airline, you can't fail more than 3 tests consistently, or you're done with. The actual on-hands training to me was pretty simple. It was pretty easy. Some people did struggle, but and that's because they let themselves get worked up. Like, you can't let yourself get worked up and think. It's a lot of information in a small amount of time. I don't, you know, every airline is different for the amount of time that you train. I believe my training was like 2.5 weeks. I don't remember. But for me, just, I don't let things, you know, like bombard me. Like, you go with the flow of things and you should be good. You study, you should be good. Like, not an issue. Just don't get stressed out about it. Don't worry about it. Because a lot of people that were in my training class didn't pass because they were getting stressed out. They were overthinking things, and you just can't. So training, I think it's pretty simple, but everybody's different. So that's my take on the training. Number 4, who pays for your hotel and food while you're on layovers? The company pays for my hotels. I do not pay for the hotels. As far as food, I pay for that myself, and entertainment and whatever else I want to do, I pay for out of my pocket. But I get paid per diem, and that per diem is to be used, you know, for food and whatnot, even though I don't think it's enough, but that's another story. So yeah, the company pays for the hotels. Number 5, how many countries have you been to? Do I speak any other languages? Last night I thought about that question. I was like, I really don't know how many countries I've been through. So I went on this little map that I found online. I Googled, like, how many countries have I been to, where I can pinpoint on the map where I've been to. And I've clocked in, I've been to 6 of the 7 continents. No, that's a lie. 5 of the 7 continents. North America, Africa, Europe, South America, and Asia. I have not been to Australia, and I have not been to, what is it, Antarctica? So, and I'm probably never gonna go to Antarctica, but I've been to 5 of the 7 continents. I have been to roughly over 60 countries. No, somewhere around 60 countries I've been to. Do I speak any other languages? Yes, I am fluent in Spanish. If y'all know, I'm an Afro-Latina, so I do speak Spanish fluently. Okay, number 6. Are you part of the Mile High Club? Y'all, it's not. No, I am not. If you guys knew, I am not, and I will never be. Ew. You guys know how if you guys knew how disgusting the planes actually were, you would not be pulling down your pants to do no nastiness. Stop it. Ew. And y'all that do it, ew. Ew. Anyway, number 7, my favorite destination. I fell in love with Maui in Hawaii. I did. I freaking I think I've been to Maui twice, and I totally fell in love with it. It's beautiful. It's just awesome. The weather is always great. And I've been to so many places, and I know somewhere for me to pick somewhere in the United States, you might think, oh, that's so simple, but I loved it. Runner up to that would have to be Venice in Italy. I feel very privileged to have seen Venice because what I was told while I was there is that Venice is actually sinking. And you can actually see it, like you can see the waterline coming up to certain doorways. So I'm very honored that I got to see Venice in my lifetime. Last question that I'm going to answer: do I miss family events and functions? And I wanted to get more in depth with that because that's the whole "the grass isn't greener on the other side" type of thing. I do miss a lot of events. I feel like there's a lack of respect for the time that I do want to take off. Like if I put in for a specific date to take off, like sometimes the company might need me to work and there's something called drafting. Well, they will force me to work. So I do miss a lot of family functions, but I do my best to get the days off if I can. If I can't, you know, there's certain holidays that I'm over it already, like i.e. Christmas. I have my family, but I don't have kids and I'm not married, so Christmas isn't that important to me. So I rather the people at my company that have the children and the small kids, and it's more important to them to be home on Christmas, so I don't bid for those holidays off like that. You know, I try to be home like on New Year's, but if I can't, I can't. I've learned to deal with not being home on holidays. So that's it for this part of the frequently asked questions as my life as a flight attendant. If you have any more questions that I have not answered, I am planning to do a part 2. Leave all your questions in the comments section. Please be very respectful about what it is I do and where I work. Like I said before, like I said, I will delete, block, and ban that ass, and I mean that, okay? And I'm not trying to be, but I know that some of y'all understand what I'm saying. You know, a part of my life has to be kept private. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. Like I said, questions, comments, concerns, put them in the description box. In the comments section, and I will definitely be doing a part 2 really soon. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you what is going on today? I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.